When a powerful system begins to shake, the whole world feels the tremble. This is the story of the petrodollar's fall. Great changes can begin quietly, even when the whole world is watching something else. What happens when the strongest money begins to break? Power can look big and safe on the outside, yet a single shift in the world can shake it from inside. Sounds surprising, right? For many years, the US dollar ruled global trade, controlled oil markets, and became the heart of world business. But now, new powers are rising, new deals are forming, and the system that kept the dollar on top is starting to crack. The petrodollar once looked unbreakable, yet today it faces the biggest fight of its life. In this video, you will learn how the petrodollar was created, why countries trusted it, how leaders protected it, and how new alliances are now pulling it apart. Stay with us, because the truth behind what comes next might change the way we see the world forever. The birth of the petrodollar. The petrodollar started in the early 1970s after a big money problem in the world. The United States made a quiet deal with Saudi Arabia. In this deal, the US gave Saudi Arabia weapons, safety, and help. Saudi Arabia promised to sell oil only in US dollars. This deal happened in 1974 and made the dollar the main money for oil. After that, all countries had to keep dollars to buy oil. This made the dollar very important. Many countries saved a lot of dollars. This kept America rich and strong. The plan looked simple, but it gave America secret power over world money. That is how the petrodollar became the main money in the world. Why the world followed the dollar. The world followed the dollar because oil is very important. Every country needs oil for cars, factories, machines, and armies. When Saudi Arabia used only dollars, other oil countries did the same. Soon, countries in Asia, Europe, and Africa were collecting dollars to buy oil. By the late 1970s, more than 80% of oil trade used dollars. Countries trusted the US because it had a strong army and money. Having dollars helped poor countries get loans and keep money safe. Leaders thought the dollar system would last forever. It looked easy and strong, but slowly, countries depended on US money. This caused problems later. America's secret advantage. The petrodollar gave America secret power. The world needed dollars, so America could print more money and stay strong. This helped the US pay for wars, big projects, and daily needs. Countries sent their oil money back to American banks and bought US bonds. These bonds, called treasuries, kept money safe. The system worked well. The world bought oil, needed dollars, and America stayed rich. Some countries thought it was unfair, but they had no choice because oil used only one money. The petrodollar was not just money. It was America's power. For many years, no country could fight it. The first cracks. After many years, the petrodollar showed small problems. Countries saw that using only dollars made them lose control of their own money. Countries under US sanctions could not buy oil even if they had money. Russia, Iran, and Venezuela tried to use other money. China also wanted a new way because it bought a lot of oil and did not want America to control all payments. These countries started using their own money for some oil deals after 2014. Some oil countries thought America got too many benefits while they took risks. The cracks were small at first, but they grew. The world was changing, and the petrodollar was not as strong. China steps in China became the biggest challenge to the petrodollar. China bought the most oil and wanted control of payments. So China made the petro-yuan, a way to buy and sell oil in Chinese money. Some deals were linked to gold to make them safe. China started petro-yuan oil trading in 2018. Many countries tired of US pressure and slowly used China's system. China made strong friends with Gulf countries and built new trade roads with the Belt and Road Plan. The US watched closely because if China controlled oil payments, the dollar could lose power. China did not break the petrodollar fast, but it opened a new world where the dollar was not the only choice. Russia breaks old rules. Russia became a big challenger to the petrodollar after facing many US and European sanctions. These sanctions made it hard for Russia to use dollars in trade, even when it sold lots of oil and gas. After 2014, sanctions grew strong because of the Crimea situation, forcing Russia to find other ways to sell energy. Russia then sold energy using other money like yuan, rupees, and rubles. Many countries liked this because they also wanted less dependence on the dollar. Russia worked with China to create new banking systems that did not need US dollars. Slowly, more nations joined these networks. This move from Russia directly challenged America's money power. The world now had another way, not following old petrodollar rules. This became a strong sign of a new global money era. BRICS rise and new friends. The BRICS group, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, started working together to make a financial system not controlled by the dollar. They made the new development bank, promoted trade in local money, and invited countries from the Middle East and Africa. The new development bank began in 2015 to fund projects in member countries and support development without relying on US money. Many of these nations produce oil and gas, so joining BRICS weakened the petrodollar more. The group also planned a new shared currency for future trade. Even though this currency is still not ready, it worried the world. Countries were now ready to leave dollar dependence. As BRICS grew bigger, America became more nervous. The dollar was no longer the only choice. It became just one option. Saudi Arabia's quiet change. The biggest surprise came when Saudi Arabia, the country that made the petrodollar with the US, started looking at deals with China, Russia, and BRICS nations. For years, Saudi Arabia sold oil only in dollars, but now it thought about using other money like yuan and local currencies. Talks with China began around 2022-2023 to use yuan for oil trade, giving Saudi Arabia more freedom and options. Saudi leaders wanted less reliance on the US and were making strong ties with China for trade, technology, and energy projects. If Saudi Arabia stops using the dollar fully, the petrodollar could fall fast. The world watched carefully because Saudi Arabia's choice will shape future money. The country that once made the petrodollar strong was now slowly leaving it. What happens if it falls? If the petrodollar falls, the world economy will change a lot. Countries will not need to save so many US dollars, which will lower the dollar's demand. America will not be able to print money freely like before, because other nations will not need it to buy oil. Printing US dollars, called quantitative easing, might lose its power if other countries stop using the dollar. Prices in America might rise, and daily life could cost more. Global trade could use many currencies instead of one. Countries will choose money that is safe, strong, and trusted. Some regions may make their own money systems to stay stable. The fall of the petrodollar will not happen in one night, but slowly the world will move to using many currencies. This change will bring worry for some and new chances for others. The day dollar loses power. Experts say the death of the dollar does not mean the dollar disappears completely. It means the dollar stops being the world's main money. On that day, America will lose the secret power it had for 50 years. Countries will no longer fear dollar rules or sanctions. Oil trade will run in different currencies, gold deals, and digital systems. Digital money systems like blockchain may play a big role in new trade and payments. The US will need to adjust and compete fairly. Countries in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East may grow stronger. The world will be more balanced, but also more competitive. A new global chapter will start, where no single currency rules all. This moment will mark the real end of the petrodollar age. The fall of the petrodollar may seem like a faraway idea, yet it is quietly shaping the future of every nation today. The world is changing step by step, and old systems are slowly losing their strength. Remember, big shifts do not always begin with noise. They begin with small decisions made by countries that want more control. If you learned something new from this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more simple stories about money, power, and global changes. Share this video with someone who wants to understand how the world is moving into a new financial time. Together, let's stay aware, stay informed, and prepare for a future where the rules of money are rewritten before our eyes.